Hey guys, if you're enjoying this kind of content, please check out my Twitch where I stream more things like this, Q&A, ranked, and all sorts of other cool stuff. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. Later. What's up guys, Alex Myers here, and welcome to the 10-minute session, a new YouTube training series I'm going to be doing where I show off the most complex theories I can think of in Street Fighter V and try and break them down in 10 minutes. Today, we're going to be going over walking and blocking and just why is it effective? Why does everyone say walking and blocking? Walking and blocking. How do you do it? How do you maximize it? And I'm not going to go all the way out with it, but I want to be able to condense it into a nice 10-minute session where you can be able to comfortably digest it. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so just to basically explain what walking and blocking is, it is simply what it sounds like. You're just walking and blocking. Walk forward and block. As you get closer, as a rule of thumb, the walking and blocking gets closer as you it gets smaller as you get closer. Meaning, the closer you are to your opponent, you want to do it very gradually. You don't want to take long strides, because the longer your stride as you're closer to your opponent, like say my opponent makes me block something and then I walk immediately. Say I just walked immediately, I'm gonna get hit by their second crouch medium kick, right? Let me try and show this with Cammy, right? So we have recording slot 3. She's gonna walk up and do crouch medium kick, right? But 2 crouch medium kicks. Say I walk right after I block one, I'm gonna get hit, right? So you want to shorten up your block like this, or just walk away. Because usually when you block your opponent's attack, towards the end of it, you can walk away. But if you're too close to your opponent, see how when I try and walk away, I'm going to get punished. So the goal when you're walking back, right here, I would argue that when you're walking and blocking, a good thing to do when you block something is to either press your button when you block a button in neutral. So like, say like one of Cammy's best buttons in neutral is crouch medium kick, right? Say I block that, usually I can do my own medium kick, either standing medium kick or crouch medium, depending on the range, right? I would say standing medium kick is a little bit better, just because it goes further in this scenario. Say I do my crouch medium kick, like when Cammy does hers, and she doesn't press the button, right? It's hard to show it like this, but say she doesn't press the button, then my crouch medium kick will just miss. Kind of like how it's just missing right here. So what you want to do in those scenarios is either press your own button or just walk away. A good thing you can do when you're walking away is learn to just take a little step back and buffer. This is something that's really good to mix up your walking and blocking with, because if your opponent's just mindlessly spamming buttons like this, you can walk back and buffer. As a rule of thumb, when you're doing this, it's usually best to buffer accordingly to what move your opponent's doing. Meaning, are they doing a crouching move or a standing move? You see, when I'm doing crouching medium punch, I'm doing it to counter her crouching medium kick, right? But say I'm trying to counter her double standing medium kick, another great button from Cammy. If I block that standing, it's best that I buffer with a standing button, right? So let's see. Let me just get to this range. Boom. Back fierce, heavy DP, no crush counter, you get the full combo. These are all very important factors to think about when you're walking and blocking. You see, as I'm getting closer, if I just keep walking and blocking, I'm just going to run into stuff, or I'm not taking advantage of them being negative. See, like when they make me block their mid-screen move, they're negative, right? So notice how Cammy is turning red when she's doing this move. This won't happen in-game when you're playing for real, online, or against your friends, but say I'm in training mode, I turned on frame advantage in color, something you also can use in training mode to teach you guys when you're doing a move that is plus or negative. As a rule of thumb, most of your lights are plus. Sakura is a little different, but most of your lights are plus, and your standing mediums or standing medium punch, standing medium kick for Sakura, and crouching medium punch. Usually, just remember, usually your standing mediums and your crouching lights are are plus. But your crouching mediums are usually negative, right? So look at how I do, I'm gonna make her block. But watch how when I make her block, I'm negative, right? My crouching medium kicks, my most effective moves basically mid-screen. Like you saw how when Cammy does her, when she does her standing medium kicks, she's negative, right? That's because that's one of her most effective moves. It would be broken if she had like +3 standing medium kick. That would just be insane. So of course, they have to make the game more balanced in the neutral game. They have to make it so you can't just mindlessly press these buttons non-stop, right? You have to add in some elements, right? But that's where frame data gets really it gets really complicated. So we should save that for another video. But for now, let's really get into walking and blocking, right? The goal of walking and blocking is mostly so you can control the neutral by playing a little safer, and you're also getting downloads on what your opponent wants to do. Like how you saw when I blocked, when I got close enough, Cammy did, oh, she did standing medium kick, but she did it again. That's a read. Okay, I have she's doing 2 standing medium kicks. I can walk back in fierce after I blocked the first one, right? That's your read. That's what I got. That's the read I got from walking and blocking, right? Usually in the first rounds, you want to play pretty safe. You want to start the game by playing a little bit safer so you can understand what your opponent likes to do. Okay, they like to rush down. You know to like chill out a little bit and focus on anti-air. Say I anti-air with Sakura. Say Cammy's just jumping at me like a nut, like a lot of Cammys do. Even I jump a little bit like a nut. So let's see. Let's see when I block this. Oh, Cammy jump. She's a nut. Fireball. Oh, she jumped again. She's a nut. Fireball. So you see how when you're walking and blocking, you're getting these reads. Oh, this opponent is a little bit crazier. I should chill out. Work on my anti-airs. And for those of you who don't know, an anti-air is just simply when your opponent's jumping, you just knock them out of the air with your anti-airs. Just to go over that real quick, Sakura's best anti-airs are her light DP and her crouch heavy punch. Cammy's best anti-airs are her back medium punch and her light kick uppercut, but she does it with a kick. Anyways, these are the reads you're getting when you're walking and blocking. It's really important. Another way that you can walk and block is by mixing up blocking in your opponent's range, right? We went over that, where you can check them, right? But say like your opponent is catching on, like, oh, they're blocking my move. They're blocking my move. Maybe I should just not do a move, right? Maybe I should just walk away. Say like I got into the range again and my opponent is scared. Oh, that's when I can walk up and do my own crouch medium kick and a fireball. And usually after I do crouch medium kick and a fireball, I'm at a safe range where I can just back up and just play neutral again, just walk around and mix up walking and blocking, right? While we're on the topic of walking and blocking, doing this, walking back and forth, is also a really good way to mix up your walk and block. You don't want to be just walking back and forth aimlessly. What I like to do is walk and block like this. This is basically an alternative form of walking and blocking. You're walking and blocking like this to try and close ground, but without crouching. The reason why you don't want to crouch all the time, the reason why you don't want to walk and block all the time, I'll show it. It's very, very simple. Let me just set this up. So say I do standing medium kick right here, right? Okay, that's a standing medium kick. Nothing special there, right? Oh, that's hitting pretty far, right? Oh wow, that hit really far. Oh, what's that? Why is that happening? Oh, I'm standing and it's not hitting me at the same spot where I was crouching. Oh, but I crouched and I'm getting hit. Why is that? Why am I getting hit? Oh, it's because Sakura, anyone's hurt box is bigger when they're crouching, right? So naturally, you don't want to always be walking and blocking like this, because you're going to make it easier for your opponent to just hit you with a move. It's good to get reads, but it's also good to mix this up for when you want to whip punish. So say like I have a read. This will be like a guess whip punch. This is like what Street Fighter V you do a lot of in this game. You just want to guess. I'm just guessing right now. We're both guessing. I'm just guessing, right? So I am guessing, but I'm not just guessing, right? Like I have a read. When I get close, this opponent is pressing a button, right? Oh my god. See, this goes back to where I'm doing a move that's a little too low. So it's hard for me to buffer like that. I would have to opt to buffer with my jab, my stand jab, if I want to check Cammy. Just remember, a rule of thumb when you're buffering in this game is when your opponent is doing standing moves, you want to be buffering with your standing buffers, right? But say your opponent's buffering with a low or doing a low move, you want to buffer with the move that targets the low attack. So let's see how. Let's just show you. So say I do my crouching medium kick. Oh, okay. So look, I'm doing my stand jab. Oh, it's not working the same way it was working against my stand medium kick. What's going on? Oh, but I did my stand light kick. It's going low, right? This is how you use your buffers effectively when you're walking and blocking. And this is also how you mix up your walk and block with not just walking and blocking like this, but also moving around like this. If you want to like truly whiff punish, which is like someone's poke comes out like this. This applies mostly to crush counters. When people throw out a crush counter, that's when this is really good. Say like someone is throwing out a crush counter. Camis don't really use this move, but this is one of the only moves that you can really whiff punish from Cami. You know what? We can use, I actually think that's a good one to use. Okay, so we're gonna have Cami whiff sweep right here. And you see how I'm walking back and forth like this? When I'm walking like that, it's so much easier for me to punish that than just going up and doing this. But you see how as I'm walking back and forth, I'm trying to get in range and then walk away. Get in range of them to bait them to press a button and then walk away. Oh, I'm coming in. If you're a little too far, notice how I was whipping here and there, right? Sometimes when you're whipping like that and you have a fast move that whiff punishes, like I would say like maybe 7 frames and under. I think if you're a little too far to whiff punish, you can take a little step forward, add a couple frames just to get that whiff punish. See how like I'm like walking back and forth here, but I miss? Oh, but I'm still reacting. I saw the whiff. You can take a little step forward and whiff punch. Don't be afraid to do it. Know your spacing and know the moves. Practice them like this and you'll get good at whiff punching. But this all comes from walking and blocking. You can even set your opponent up to think that you're gonna walk and block like this, and then they might get comfortable, and then you can just take a step back, boom, and just wait like that. Crouch block, stand, and then you walk up and you whiff punch. See how as I was walking and blocking, this person thought, this imaginary person thought that I was gonna come in and press a button again. So naturally, they're gonna go for a button because they think I'm pressing a button, right? But I can just get in range of the normal walk away and whiff punch them. I'm in range. If you want to make it look pretty gradual, it's hard to time like this. It's much easier against a human, trust me. You'll be able to feel when they're doing these kind of things and when to go with them. Let's see. The last thing I want to touch on for walking and blocking before this video gets too long is another main point of walking and blocking, besides getting down your opponent's habits, besides holding your ground, is to push your opponent to the corner. You can simply just walk and block like this, and if your opponent's just walking away, they're gonna get scared of you walking forward, or they're gonna contest. You have to figure out which one they're gonna do. Are they gonna contest on the ground? Are they gonna jump? That's up to you to figure out, and it's up to you to capitalize on their mistakes. All comes from walking and blocking and being patient. So as you walk and block, you can do those 3 things that I mentioned. Mix up your buffering, walk and block to hold your ground, all that. And you can also mix up blocking with your walk up and crouch medium kick. Some people will think that you're going to keep walking at them, so they might just walk away, right? So why not mix up your walk and block with just walking at them? You can condition them to make them think that you're walking and blocking so much that they feel like they can either walk away or come at you. Either way, you can meet them halfway, crouch medium kick, fireball. Say they walked at me a little too close. Say they walked away, walk up after them, crouch medium kick, fireball. And yeah, without getting too long-winded, these are the best things I can think of to walk and block, and I hope they serve you well.
Here comes a new challenger. You must crush them.
As a side note with V triggers, make sure that when your opponent has V trigger, that's a very important time to focus on walking and blocking. If you're just playing your normal game, walking and blocking, kind of carelessly, you're just doing whatever you want to do, and you're not paying attention to their V trigger meter, that's when you can really get in trouble. So be careful of not walking and blocking when your opponent has their V trigger ready, because say like Cammy or Sakura, say like they have their V trigger and they're like, you know what, screw it, you're getting too close. Bah! You don't want this to happen, because this is when you can lose the round. So just be careful, guys, when they have V trigger. Use that walking ball. And yeah, guys, if you like the video, make sure you subscribe, like, comment on the video, and yeah, I'll be back for another one soon. Thanks, guys. Be careful, guys, when they have V trigger. Use that walking ball. And yeah, guys, if you like the video, make sure you subscribe, like, comment on the video, and yeah, I'll be back for another one soon. Thanks, guys.